Hello, everyone. This is Ravi with the leader inside you, wishing you happiness and success. Today's topic: how to resist the temptation to be average. We get seduced. This is very seductive. This temptation to be average. We say to ourselves, "No, no, I'm doing good in my career. I have achieved enough success. The career is not too bad. Things are going okay. So far so good, and all those things." And then we say, "Oh, I'm making average salary, and all my friends are making similar thing. I have a similar house that other people have, and I have this in a good enough success that everybody else has." Why do we get tempted so much by to become average? Because it's very comfortable. Being average is always comfortable. We don't have to push our limits. We don't have to go extra mile. We don't have to do things that we are not used to. We don't need to learn new things. And there is kind of a comfort in being familiar zone. Everybody is doing the same thing that I'm doing. That's a herd mentality. Keeps us safe. Keeps us comfortable. Not necessarily safe. It keeps us comfortable for sure, and it keeps comfortable from taking unknown risk. It keeps us taking. It keeps us safe from being failure, perceived failure. It makes us feel good about ourselves by not failing. But there is a big downside to it. This comfort robs us from growth, because you must have noticed in your life, when did you grow? When did you grow? You grew only when you were in that uncomfortable zone. Every time you try to learn something, you would fail. It will be frustrating. Why this is not working? Why that is not working? You will be uncomfortable in that zone, and that is the time you grow. Muscle cannot be built if you don't give them a workout. If you don't feel a little bit sore, if you don't feel they are tired, they're not growing. You cannot grow muscle by doing by using your phone to build the muscle. It's never going to work. You have to give it a workout. You have to start with 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 25 pounds, become uncomfortable, make those muscles uncomfortable. And same with our brain. If we are not making ourselves uncomfortable, we are not going to grow, personally, and of course in the career. And we stay stuck where what we are doing every year. We are repeating same thing and again and again. I meet some people who are saying, "Oh, I have 20 years of experience," but most of them, for at least for last 10 years, are having same experience repeated 10 times. So technically they have only 10 years of experience, and they are okay with it because they are uncomfortable, because they don't want to become uncomfortable. They are fine where they are. But there are handful of few who are different. They are smart enough to realize that the best potential out there has never come out, and they know that without their knowing, they're losing already things. They are lost a lot of opportunities. They're losing. They can see it because they are not ready or unable to come out of that comfort zone. And as the age pass by, as you become 40 years, or especially between 40 45, you start seeing time is running out. If you have to do something great in life, we have to take some different actions and become that uncomfort, go in that uncomfortable zone, do something that is uncomfortable to you. And that's the only way you can get rid of this spell of being, of the temptation of being average. So, how do we do that? How do we avoid this big loss? How do we resist this temptation to be average? There is a way. There is a simple way that I have found out, and I teach my clients to do. And I did it for myself, and that's how I came out of that comfort zone. And once you start using that technique, the temptation to grow is much more faster than temptation to be average. And it becomes a lot easier to go in that uncomfort zone, do something that you haven't done before. It's not about learning is easy. You can do learning anytime. There is a Google, there are so many documents you can learn. You can get more certification and everything. What stops us from growing is doing something that you are totally uncomfortable with. like reaching out to your boss's boss, or having that, putting yourself in a conflicting situation, speaking up in a meeting and to stand up for your views and opinions, and doing the right thing, pushing hard on processes, procedure, if they are good for you and your company and everybody, taking a stand firm, politely, and at the same time, politely, but at the same time with that firmness, learning to read other people's mind, and at the same time managing your own emotions. These all things are very uncomfortable things that many of us have never learned. They have been never taught in any school, not even MBA school. We are supposed to learn by ourselves, but it doesn't have to be this way. There are lots of research, scientific research has been done how to do all those things, and there is a lot of ways of doing it. But here is the thing, you might have heard many motivational speakers talking about and doing something big and everything. That motivation lasts until you listen to that audio or video, maybe like half an hour after that. But what is the step-by-step process to achieve some bigger success in life? So that is what I explain in my webinar. Okay. So how do you get rid of this temptation to be average? There's one technique for that, and that technique is demand a high position. Yes, demand a high position, even in today's COVID-19 world. See, there in this today's scenario, there are some who are really in big trouble, and we know, but there will be some who are surviving, and there will be some who will be thriving. So it's not the case of a doomsday thing. There are lots of good things happening too. So demand a high position. Now you might be surprised. How do I do that? If I just go and ask for a promotion, that doesn't work. Probably you tried. So that's what I explain in my webinar. There is a specific way. There is a step-by-step process to achieve this higher position. So join this webinar. Watch the webinar. Click on the link. I have it here, and find out what are the 5 steps process that you can take to get inspired and reach that high position that you may not be thought for yourself because of this comfort zone. But if you watch this webinar, you'll realize this reaching to high position is um, not only simple, but it's possible. So go to this link in the comment section. I have put it. Watch the webinar and see how you can get inspired and get out of this spell of being average. And once you do that, a lot of energy comes out, a lot of inspiration comes out, and a lot of transformation happens. But of course, you have to lift the weight. So if you are ready to lift the weight, watch the webinar and comment it here, and we'll talk to you soon, maybe, if you decide to talk with us. Okay. So this is Ravi again, wishing you happiness and success, and see you again in my next Facebook Live. Bye for now.